And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready? 15 line. 15 line. General West. Shoot.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Minshew.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's got some space here. And a cut to the right and some open field here. Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Hey, Haywood! 53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the
On 2nd down, Minshew. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, high 7. He's checking. Crouch. Let's go.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew, that's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now Minshew, and the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, left side. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Squeeze.
2nd and 6. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 47's a Mike, boys. 47. You're out. Stay with your man. Rush in. Let's go.
Looking to throw. eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grab.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First and 10 at the 21.
Ready, break. 44 is Mike. Check, check. Check, 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 check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Yep. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Six 0 our score after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit. Target. 44, Mike, 44. Rock it. Watch QB drop. Kill.
Now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
You draw perfect.
Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
second and 12.
Ready.
At the 35-yard
Christian, Travis.
Watch it.
Fight.
On second and 12, Minshew. And his throw here's incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
sets up a first down and goal at the 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Second and 3. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Sponge. X3. 218. Chopper. 6. Leo.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Richie James, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Steps away. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This will be caught at about the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jeff Swaim, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
61, matchbox light.
2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
44 is the mic.
He'll look to throw. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A pass complete here to Conley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
I got it. Shit.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Ready. 70, Indy. Five.
That's an egg shot. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I got one. 53's the mic. 53.
Now on 2nd and 13. Minshew. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Get that ball. Let's go.
Ready.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy who's going to handle the football.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Down. 18 Gator. 53. General West.
Check. 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 Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check. 53.
Recon. 132 fighter.
36.
Get it.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Go on.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Football's the Mike. Mike's football.
Hey, Echo.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 44. Mike, 44.
Hey, defense, let's go.
And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Safety's creeping.
On 2nd and inches, Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check the hot read.
Now Leonard Fournette. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check 53's Mike. So we got man now. Slam.
Again, it's Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deep.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Minshew. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun is Minshew. And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Fights off the defender. And he powers his way up past the 30. The former Charger All-Pro, Eric Weddle, on the stop.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And the Browns, they've extended their lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jalen Strong, his first touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And it's no good. My goodness, his 3rd miss of the game here on a PAT. And wouldn't you know it, that's the difference in this game right now. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
From the 29, Minshew. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, orbit. Clear.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd and 9 now. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 11 yards there, first down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
80 weapons.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
44, Mike, 44. You.
Hey, Foxtrot.
44 to Mike.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
X3, 218, chop.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And an alley to run. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
50, Mike's 50. I'm scared.
Hey, Delta. Get it.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. He's got Swaim here, his tight end outright. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Undercrush, undercrush. You're out. Smooth.
They're going to look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On second down, it's Jones. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
44 Mike. Check, check. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Out, 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 out. Jam, 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 jam. Wide, get wide.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, zoom.
Mike's 47. Push him back. Push him back. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Adams has it complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line.
You don't want no problems with me.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, they run with Howard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And that is incomplete here. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Matchbox lights.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown! And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One play has them up past the 40 already and another first and 10. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. There he goes right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point up and good by Walsh, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.